it's freezing. I'm doing really well. So
Oh.
yeah.
Well, mine is doing something like that. I think it's because I don't restart it. I just let it connected and I never restarted. So sometimes today, for example, it was very hard to get it working again. So,
Yeah. I'm the same way. I don't usually turn off my computer, but this time, I think in the last 3 days, 3 or 4 days, I've been turning it off continuously because of these kind of problems. Either the computer will completely freeze, or the other thing that happens is I'll go into the Google Classroom and the web camera is not working, and which is okay. I don't teach with my web camera anyway very much. And the other thing though is I can't screen share. So then I
oh,
then then I go out to try to come back in, and then Chrome completely crashes. So it seems like a Chrome issue. So
maybe you could try reinstalling Chrome or something. I don't know.
yeah, that might
But
be. Well, I'm gonna. I think after this class, I'm gonna go in and do some troubleshooting. And I've got this software program called Advanced System Care, where they go through and they check for any troubles on the computer, so they'll find it. So hopefully.
okay.
Hi Nadia, how are you? Nadia, are you there? Her computer must be setting up. So, oh, there she is. But we can't hear you, Nadia. We can't hear anything.
Good.
We see
Oh,
that you're. Oh, now you're trying. Okay, now we hear you. We saw that you were trying to talk, but nothing was coming out. So yeah. Anyway.
Ode, could you mind? I have a question.
Uh huh.
I wrote in the chat box word, but something wrong with with this word.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's how to can I spell this correct?
Let's see whether or not. I
It's from
it looks
Quora.
right.
Looks right.
It looks right, but it might not have the first H.
Every
No,
man
it's
must every man must decide whether
whether
he
or
will
not.
walk.
Uh huh.
It's correct. Yeah?
It
Okay.
is correct. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that is it. I just was checking to see because I'm a bad speller, so I depend on Google. And the second H, I was thinking, well, maybe it's not, but it is okay. It's okay whether or not you like me or not. You still need to to do what I say. If a parent would say that, for example. So, hi Jabo, I'm sorry about the last class.
Oh, that's fine, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
When
yeah, I was just like completely. As soon as I had asked Randall to speak and ask a question, my entire system went. Uh, what is it? Completely failed, and so I went ahead and did a restart and didn't know whether I would make it to this class, but I did, so that's good. So anyway, so again, Alexander, I'm also sorry. Um,
no, no
Yeah.
so
problem.
I hope, yeah, I just hope it doesn't keep happening. I'm going to go through and check my computer system after this class today because it's happening more than normal. Once a week that might be okay, but it's happening like on a daily basis now. So anyway, if I do freeze, I was telling Araceli and Max, if I do freeze the last 5 minutes of class, don't don't wait for me, just leave. But if I freeze like in 5 minutes, do wait for me, but because I will be back. So, but hopefully that won't happen. Um, anyway, the topic we have for today is the demanding boss. So, Alexander, have you ever had a demanding boss?
Is it like
ask him for raise my salary or something like that?
No, a demanding boss is one that expects a lot from you. If they're demanding, they expect you to. They expect you to do whatever he wants you to do when he wants it. Like, best example is a child can be very demanding. So, if a child screams and yells until they get what they want, that they're being demanding. So.
I get it. I didn't. I wasn't like that. But for instance, of course, my bosses who I work for was demanding, of course.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay, so the bosses you work for can be demanding sometimes. Okay. Araceli, how about you?
I don't think I ever had a too demanding box. I think when I sometimes. Oh, holy.
Huh?
Are you? Oh, sorry. I thought you had dropped out. It was.
No, that was Nadia that left.
It was not. Yeah. Okay. So it's yes. I think the times I've been working a lot, it was because I put a lot of pressure on myself, but
Huh?
no, it doesn't come really from the boss. And I remember uh, once I was working overtime a lot,
Uh-huh.
but we had the nicer boss I ever met. He was really friendly and nice to us, and I think that that was the reason why we were doing a lot of work. But
Mm-hmm.
not because he was demanding, but he was so friendly and nice to us. And then when he was asking us for to make something special, we were doing it gladly.
Because you liked him. That's perfect.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
perfect. I think it's kind of a trick, because we weren't getting paid for the overtime
Oh.
work, so it's like we were very young and maybe
Uh-huh.
naive.
Naive.
And
Uh-huh.
yes, with time we wouldn't do that. But I think if he had been very demanding and aggressive, maybe we wouldn't have worked so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And Jabo, have you ever had a demanding boss?
Okay. Well, actually, I haven't seen my boss in real person. Yeah, because
Okay.
he is in a headquarters, but I work in a little branch in some place.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a demanding. I should call her the supervisor or superintendent. Yeah,
Supervisor?
yeah.
Sup-
So sometimes she will be nagging behind my neck and just demanding something, just report and some kind of work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So instead of saying behind my neck, behind my back, or basically, I can't think of the phrase.
Nagging behind my neck.
No, we wouldn't say it that way. We'd say she might be nagging, and she might be yes, thank you, breathing down my neck. So it's breathing down my neck. Araceli, thank you. Breathing down my neck. She might be nagging and then breathing down my neck and just totally all over me to get something done. So, okay. Okay. And Max, have you ever had a demanding boss?
Actually, I can't describe him as a demanding boss, but it was so strange for me, and I hate this type of job because I try to explain. I worked as an instrumental technician
Mm-hmm.
8 years ago. We maintained some equipment, and we go to when we received order, we go and did what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And even we don't have order, we had to play like I'm working to do something. Yeah, it in order it seems like I'm working.
Okay, so you had to always act like you were working.
Yeah, it's I hate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I can totally understand that. Um, I don't think personally I've ever had any demanding bosses. Like Araceli, sometimes I've overworked, but that was just because of me. But I did have a boss from not a boss from hell, but a boss that was really messed up. Have those of you heard about my last job? Did you guys hear about the bomb threats? Have I mentioned that to you guys?
No.
No.
Yeah, I was working for a company who we were just they were just starting this company was just starting the location here in Idaho where I lived, and they hired the trainers first, and then they were remodeling the building at that time. And then after that, as the trainers, we were going to train all the new hires, and we were training about 1,600 people. And during, I think it was the second week of training, the first wave of customer service representatives, we had a bomb threat. I got to work, and everybody was just walking out of the building, and nobody went back in that day. And then about 4 weeks later, we had another bomb threat. And because of the type of work it was, because it was part of the Obamacare, they got the FBI involved. Well, the FBI found out who it was, and it was one of my bosses. So here it was, is probably one of the first people hired in this company for this location, and he was doing bomb threats. Not a demanding boss, a very nice person, but I was blown away. So he ended up spending 6 months in jail, and then I guess he's on probation. And here he was, he had a good job, making good money. He had a future career, not a future career, but a very good career, and he threw it all away to put a note in the bathroom saying that he was going to blow the building up. So Araceli, you have question marks?
Yes, I'm very surprised. Why would he do that?
Yeah, there's speculation. It was rumored that he had done that in all his other jobs, that this is the only time he's ever gotten caught. So I don't know if that's true, but anyway, so I can't say that I've had a demanding boss, but I have had a boss from hell, so not a good boss. So
in Russian we have some kind of phrase. Farther from bosses, close to kitchen.
What now? Say it again.
Alexander, maybe you help me. What's wrong with what I said?
Say this Russia, please.
Подальше от боссов, поближе к кухне. Farther, it's like so far from bosses and to be close to kitchen.
So it's better to be far from the boss and close to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Actually, I've never heard of it.
You've never heard that?
So
it must be regional.
I don't know the meaning.
That's pretty. Okay. That's pretty good. But frankly, for some bosses, I'd rather be closer to the kitchen than I would be close to the boss. But we've all had good bosses, and we've all had some really bad ones. So anyway, So, Alexander, do you often work overtime because of your because of a demanding boss at all?
Oh, sorry. No, because when I um, became a new worker for any company, I at first place make impression that you can't write on my neck, I don't know how it's in English, on my
Oh,
back.
you can't breathe down my neck.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I work only what requires a rule.
Okay. So you will only work what is required of you, and
But if it's necessary for me to if it work can be helpful for me, I do it.
Okay. So basically what you did when you first started the job is you basically laid down the ground rules basically with your boss, and
Yes.
you basically set a precedent and said, I can only work the hours that I'm scheduled to work, not extra. So to lay down ground rules, and that's usually what bosses do, but sometimes employees can do that as well, as far as that goes. Also, you also set expectations from your boss that you said, no, I cannot and I will not work extra, and and also to set a precedent.
No,
Basically.
not that not that
Strong.
strong. Yes,
Yeah,
because if you say directly right to boss, I think you'll have
lose your job.
problem.
Yeah.
It's more like more polite way. Maybe no, I can because something like we work till 8, so I have plans with my family or something like that. When you did it sometimes, and then mostly they stop pushing you all the time after work time. So you let him know that you not one who did it. Who do it.
Excellent. All right. I think I'll do that. The job I was just telling you about, they made us work 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. And it's now in the courts, and people are getting money for they sued the company. So, Araceli, how about you? Do you often work overtime in your current job?
Yeah, well, it's difficult to specify if it's overtime or not because I'm supposed to work at home as a part of my working day. But yes, many times I think I work too much. Because yes, for example, I am studying and I'm making different courses, and also I'm organizing extracurricular activities. So yes, but it's not that it's like I'm doing because I want to do it to improve my career. But it's a lot of time, and if you add the hours in a week, they are much more than 40. I'm sure about that. But it's not like you are staying at the office late. When I finish my classes, I go back home. The problem is I'm working home and a lot of time. Maybe I'm working at home more than
you should.
Yes, it's difficult to measure that. When you are in an office and you go home at 9 p.m. every day, you know for a matter of fact that you're working overtime.
Yep.
But in my situation, it's difficult because I'm at home. Maybe I'm surfing the internet, then I'm working, and I go back to doing something personal. It's difficult to find a line.
I totally can understand that, having lived in both shoes. So, Jabo, how about you? Do you often work overtime?
sometimes. I remember when I firstly entered a call center job, I went home on time.
I could
But
have gone home on time.
I did, yeah. And the second year, the responsibility increased. So if I couldn't finish my report or some kind of project, I will voluntarily stay at office and doing the job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, and do you get paid when you do that, or?
Oh, no. It's voluntary. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Max, how about you? Do you work overtime?
Yes, sometimes, but it appeals to me because I have interested in this. Uh, I, I'll get extra money for that, and sometimes it's good.
Yeah, so you're interested in the field, and they're also paying you as well, as opposed to not being paid and still having to work it. So, all right.
Hello.
Same
Are you
problem
there?
here?
It's freeze.
Then the same problem, internet problem, occur again.
Tim, hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys still see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, we're seeing
Okay.
the screen all the time.
Okay, good. Okay, because that the computer just froze right there, and I notice it because I see you know, the green on the bottom that shows you're speaking. I see it. I see it still. It's like 2 bars of green. It's like, oh no. So, all right. Sorry about that. Anyway, Helen and Tim are at work. Tim is looking rather stressed. So let's go ahead and let's do it this way. So Araceli, you can be Helen for the first two, and then Jabo, you take over and you be Helen for the second 2. And Alexander, you be Tim for the first 2, and Max, you be Tim for the second 2. Okay? And so the missing words here are pointless, hand, complain, and wife. So, Helen, Araceli, can you start?
Mm-hmm. Are you okay, Tim?
Not really. Sometimes I just want to hand in my notice.
Why? What's up?
It's my boss. He's so demanding. I hate it when he asks me to work overtime. My wife gets really angry.
Okay, excellent. All right, next, Helen.
It's me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it really annoys me when we have long, pointless meetings.
Gosh, yes. I can't stand it when a meeting ends, but there's no decision. But what can we do?
Just complain to each other, I guess.
So is this a typical conversation in your jobs?
I don't know. For me, not.
No, not for you.
I work as like one. I don't have a lot of in my team. I mean.
Okay, so you're work for a team of 1. It's just you that is there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and Jabo, do you have conversations like this in your job?
Yeah, we do have so many meetings, yeah, and sometimes we have no idea what the meeting is talking about, and just sit there and listen to the speaker saying, yeah. But normally we don't criticize our boss like this, yeah.
So you try not to complain. That's good. That's really good. Yeah. Araceli, how about in your job? Do you guys have pointless meetings and complain about the boss?
Yes, I think so.
I knew it because teachers do.
Well, we always complain about the boss. I think in every job I had, because it's something, I don't know, it's something back and parcel of being. I don't know if any country, but in Spain we do it a lot.
Is it a female thing too?
Probably no. The
Those
men
guys.
do, yeah. And sometimes we have endless meetings, and we are very annoyed with them because this thing, they never reach any conclusion, and they just keep talking, and then it's like, okay, do anybody have any questions? And we are looking at the people like, oh, please don't raise your hands. We want to go home. Because usually when we have these meetings is in the evenings after classes, so they can be very long, and we don't want to be there, for 3 extra hours after work. Just discussing things, but you never reach an agreement. It's just talking for talking, I think.
Talking for talking's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's totally pointless. I remember teachers' meetings like that, and I remember when a call center meetings like that as well. So, Alexander, how about you? Do you guys have pointless meetings, and do you complain about the boss?
I think it's everywhere it's common to complain your worker or to complain your employer. But,
to complain about.
Yeah, all the time. It's terrible. But I did it. I participated in past in these conversations. But now I just look at myself from side, and I think it's pathetic. You don't like it, okay? Change it.
Yeah.
It's like usual way to make small talk.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, I know, like in the last company I've told you guys about, that I worked at, we had trainers that were complainers, and they complained and complained and complained, and then there were trainers that we just decided it wasn't allowed around us, and if they would come into a room, we would look at them and give them ground rules and say, you can be in here as long as you don't complain, and because I don't know, it just wasn't a good workplace to be at, and they actually are closing down in February 28th is their last day in Boise because it just didn't work. They had bad management from the get-go. So, but anyway, people were complaining all the time. It got so hard. So, anyway, let's go on. So, let's read the language box and then rearrange the sentences below. So we've got, I hate it when my boss asks me to work overtime. You can also say I hate it when we have long pointless meetings. I hate it when a meeting ends, but there's no decision. I hate it when a new product is successful. Same thing, it really annoys me when, and all three of those, my boss asks me to work overtime, we have long pointless meetings, a meeting ends but there's no decision, a new product is successful. I can't stand it when my boss asks me to work overtime. I love it when my boss asks me to work overtime. There are some jobs where people really do like working overtime. It's good money. I love it when we have long pointless meetings so I don't have to go back to work, right? Or I love it when a meeting ends but there's no decision. So, yes?
I love it when we have long, pointless meetings. I have opportunity to sleep a bit.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, I know my employees absolutely loved it when we had long, pointless meetings, and we didn't actually. But I in the last job, I was a trainer, and then I moved over, and I left the training department because it was so toxic. It was such a bad environment, and I moved over to the call center, and I was a supervisor for a team of 14, and they loved it when they got to go to meetings and training and stuff like that, because then they didn't have to be on the phones and they didn't have to answer calls. So it does work for some jobs. Jabo, do you love it when you have long pointless meetings?
Yeah, it depends. If I have a pointless meeting, in other words, I can stay there and just listen, and the boss will pay me money. So it's a good situation, yeah. But
Mhm.
sometimes if I have more work to do, I don't want to have a pointless meeting because
Uh-huh.
it's a waste of time, yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Okay, so yeah, so it depends on what your duties are that day.
yes, yes.
Mhm. So, okay. Okay, wait. Alexander has written something. Currently, hobby of our generation is the nagging and stupid chatter about anything. Failed relationships, learning problems, head asshole. It's all bullshit. It's only one asshole is you, and you are strongly be surprised to learn how much you can change it. Simply tearing ass off the couch. George Carlin. Did you get that off of a
Yes,
website?
I just remember about its quote.
Yeah. And
It's
then RF.
American
Yeah.
speaker.
Uh-huh.
Very tough way to speak about problem.
Mm-hmm. And then RFLE shows this one. Bullshit bingo. So that's pretty good too.
Yes, we were doing live. You have to, it's like a bingo. When you are very bored in that meeting, you have to look for these words, and you say bingo when you have all of them. So they are the typical words like
Yeah.
think outside the box, be proactive.
Yeah.
Still like, well, it's like all
Ramp
these.
up.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are talking and talking, but many times there is no content in their talk. It's
Uh-huh. That's
a
pretty
way,
good.
or yes, it's an alternative to sleeping in boring meetings.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, it reminds me of the. Do you guys do any of you guys have any of you guys watched the TV show Friends? When Chandler fell asleep in a meeting and he woke up and they said, "Do you agree?" And he said, "Sure. Okay, you will be heading up the office in Tulsa." So he had to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is in the middle of nowhere, USA. So, hello, aka Ken. Yeah, Alexander, that was a funny one. So, hello, Ken. How are you? Okay. Hello? Okay, good. I'm still alive. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can switch this sentence around and using one of these phrases. This is a next step. So, Araceli, could you do the first one?
I'm sorry, I don't understand people.
Okay.
What do I have to do? I hate it.
The sentence is jumbled, so you need to unjumble it.
Sorry.
So I'll give you the first sentence. First
It
word.
really annoys me when people are late to meetings.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm sorry.
Well, it really
Annoys
annoys me
when
people are late to meetings.
to meetings. The only problem with that is the word "it" there. Anybody else have a suggestion for her?
Late for meeting.
Haha. Wait, we've got this "it" right here.
But it is at the beginning of the sentence.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
I'm sleeping, but you're too.
This is the end of Holly's week. So it really annoys me when people are late to meetings. Okay, that is correct. So Ake, welcome. Ake, can you speak? Hello, Fumi.
Hi, hello.
Hi, welcome. Where are you from, Fumi?
Japan.
Japan. Awesome. Awesome. Welcome. All right. So let's do number 2. Jabo, could you do number 2?
Okay. I can't stand it when people don't stick to
Check.
deadline.
Check.
Is that right?
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You never know what to say when people say check. So checkmate.
Test.
Testing.
So
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
So welcome, Ake.
Thank you very much.
So, all right, number 3, Alexander, could you do that one?
I love it when someone pays me a compliment.
Yeah, me too. So, especially when it's a boss, you know.
Pays in this it means to give compliment.
Yes. Yeah. In that respect, when you to pay a compliment is to give a compliment and say something nice about the person. Okay. All right, Max, could you do the number 4?
I hate it when my meetings overrun.
Yes, I hate it when my meetings overrun. Very good. All right. Let's see. Where are we for time? Oh, good. We're probably plenty of time. Okay. What things give you some stress? So, Ake, what things stress you?
Maybe traffic congestion. Heavy traffic congestion.
Okay, let's try to use one of these. I hate it when, it really annoys me when, I can't stand it when. Let's try to do one of those. So
I hate it when the heavy traffic congestion happens.
Okay. Oh, okay, when there is heavy traffic. I've never heard heavy traffic congestion.
Okay, heavy traffic.
I hate it when there is heavy traffic, or you can say also, I hate it. When there is a traffic jam. Those are 2 possible ways, but congestion I've never heard used it that way. So, right. And Alexander, can you give me a sentence? Something that stresses you out. I hate it when. It really annoys me. I can't stand it when.
I can stand it when I can stand continuous noise which lasts long.
Okay. Continuous noise. What kind of noise?
Especially, for instance, yesterday, my neighbors from lower floor, he making some, I don't know how to say, in his apartment, so he is drilling walls, and it was so long. I think it's maybe 5 or 6 hours.
Wow. And you're like, why can't I be at work right now?
I was learning on verbling.
Okay.
I hope nobody hear it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And Araceli, how about you? What gives you stress?
Well, I can't stand when people are hypocrite, when they keep telling you things that they don't think, and you don't really what they think.
Hmm.
So if they don't, for example, if the boss doesn't like your work, he should be straightforward and tell you instead of yes, you have to guess if it's
Hmm.
satisfied or not, because
Yeah.
maybe they're being polite but not really. You don't know the truth.
Uh-huh. Yeah, when they're not being straight. Yeah, I can totally believe that. Being such a direct person myself. So, yeah. All right, Fumi, how about you? What things give you stress? And it would be I can't stand it when, I hate it when, or it really annoys me when.
It really annoys me when I can't understand what people say.
Okay. You are the type of person that probably learns a language quicker than people that it doesn't annoy. So, um, there's two types of language learners. One where they hate not knowing what's happening, and one who and they don't care. So, all right, Jabo.
Okay. I hate it when my supervisor asks me, when my supervisor offer me more job to do that I don't really understand how to do it.
Okay, instead of offer, I'm going to change it to gives. Gives me um, more work to do.
Yeah, that I
And
don't know how to do it.
I don't. Let's see, I don't quite know how to do it. Instead of job, it gives me more work to do. And the reason I changed it to give instead of offer is because if somebody offers you something, you have a choice to say yes or no. And usually with a boss, you can't usually say no, right? So that's why I changed that to give. Otherwise, grammatically, it was totally fine. Max.
Uh, uh, it happens not so often, but I hate it when I have to explain to my clients why their laptop is beyond repair.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's something that um, is very difficult.
Yeah.
I don't want to be told that. So.
If you tell true, they don't believe you. But if you say something unbelievable lies,
Uh-huh.
they laugh. They
Okay.
they like to hear it. I don't know.
Huh. So if you tell the truth,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. I I've
Amazing.
got one laptop I need to take to the store that's sitting sitting below the other laptop that I just bought and is now having problems with. So I'm like, I'm one of your clients, right?
Okay.
So for me, it really annoys me when people follow too close when I'm driving. I get really upset. It stresses me out. So, okay. Okay, let's go ahead and fill this out. It says your teacher will read the conversation again. Actually, since you guys are not, we're not in a face-to-face situation where you have pencils and papers. What I would like to do is see if we can remember this all to ourselves. So, Helen, could you guys? So let's see. Okay, could you read? Let's see. Okay, you read this one. And okay, because you weren't here anyway. So, and Alexander, if you could read this one and this one, that Tim. And Araceli, you could read this one and that one. And Jabo, you can read this one, that Tim. Max, you read this one. And then Fumi, you read the last one, and we'll help you. So, okay? Let's see if you, yeah. See if you guys can remember the dialogue, or make it up if you want to. So, okay, could you start?
Okay, are you okay, Tim?
Alexander?
Not really. Sometimes I just want to hand in, and
yeah, I just changed it.
What is hand in?
And in my notice, I just want to quit. Okay.
Is it a whole phrase? Hand in my notes.
To hand in my notice, yes. Okay, Araceli.
Why? What's up?
Okay, and then I think you were this again, Alexander.
It's my boss. He's so demanding. I don't want to work overtime, or maybe I hate to work overtime.
Yeah, don't want to. Okay, and Araceli, can you try the sex one?
Yeah, I completely understand you.
And
okay, and then
it really annoys me when we have long pointless meetings. It really annoys me when we have long pointless meetings.
Very good.
Gosh, yes, I can stand it when a meeting ends, but there is no decision. But what we can do?
But what can we do? Yeah, and then Fumi.
Yeah. Just.
Oh, I'm just gonna think this is just complain to each other.
Okay, just complain to each other, I guess.
Yeah, so just complain to each other, I guess. Okay, so let's look at these questions. Let's ask Ake, do you get annoyed easily? What things annoy you?
I don't know, maybe sometimes, but sometimes not. But what things I know, yeah. Yeah, as you said, it's when someone follow closely to my car, it annoys me because it's dangerous. Yeah, even though I want to change the line, I can see the back, I can check the backside, so I can't. So that annoys me a lot.
Yeah, and I want to hit the brakes and have him hit me. So that's how I get really like so. And Alexander, do you think it's difficult to balance work and family life? Alexander, you're muted again. Are you there? Okay, so maybe he. Araceli, how about you? Do you think it's difficult to balance work and a family life?
Yes, many times it's really difficult, especially for women, I think.
But,
well, you have to try. But it depends also on the company policies. Because in some companies, you are not supposed to have a private life. You're supposed to be available anytime. And, like, for example, if you are asked to work overtime and you have to pick up your children from school, so it's not fair. But yes, in some companies they are thinking that we have no family, And if you do have a family, you are not going to get any promotion. This happens in some offices, but I think there is a trend nowadays, I hope, to change this kind of thing, because happy employees are more productive. And in the past, I think women were taking care of the children, at least in my country, and men were supposed to work 12 hours a day, but nowadays this has changed. So I think employers have to adapt to family lives of their employees, or elsewhere, if they don't, they will lose the best people because they won't like to stay in that company.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I learned. One of the biggest life changes that I made when I was in Europe is how important a work-life balance is. So it's very, very important. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Fumi, do you complain very much? When was the last time you complained about something?
Complain something. Complain something. Where? Complain something.
Is there anything you complained about?
I have no complaint about it.
Maybe you're not a complainer.
10 minutes. You did it 10 minutes ago when you said you hate when you didn't understand what people said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last time you complained right here.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm living in Hong Kong, and some people no, I can't understand some Hong Kong people speaks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was you complain sometimes about what did she say? What did he say? Okay, that's perfectly great. Okay, Jabo, do you know anyone who complains a lot?
Yes, I know my colleague who complains a lot about the pay raise because our company already have the pay raise, but it said our company don't have that pay raise, so they complain a lot. But they complain in privately.
Okay, so they don't complain out for everybody. That's good. It's more difficult when a company has everybody complaining. So, Max, do you have to attend a lot of meetings? Are they always productive?
I don't have.
Okay,
I don't know. In my company, we don't have a lot of meetings.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. And how about you, Alexander? Do you have to attend a lot of meetings? Are they always productive?
Not a lot, but yes, and of course they not always productive because it's just a rule in many companies. And for instance, at the start of the workday, your boss have to make this a short event before work. But sometimes it's just it's not productive sometimes. But for me, it's okay. Just I nonchalant.
Yeah, it's like whatever. I'll do it. I'll do my job. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank you all for your participation. I hope you learned some new phrases and had fun in the process. And I hope to see you all later. It's now time for me to go to bed. So I think I'll fix my computer first, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So, all right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.